So the first I'm going to pick is cloning.
Oh,
Yeah, so that let's say
Binshu.
Kakebunshi no Jitsu.
yeah.
Identity crisis. I'm gonna take over as the main host.
Hey, wonderful. It's good to be in Singapore. This is the SG Draft Podcast. I'm your host, Milet Lura. Welcome to another episode of the SG Draft Podcast presented by the Chit Podcast Network. And for those of you that are tuning in via YouTube or any sort of podcasting platform, hi again. Thank you so much for giving us a try, for giving us a listen. We're just a bunch of Singaporeans that have developed
1,000 superpower. That's
I cannot be looking.
Hulk smash.
And speaking of 1,000 superpowers, we have just reached a milestone here on our YouTube channel. We have reached 1,000 subscribers on the Chit Chatter. 1,000 is better than no 1,000. Yeah, before we start this episode, we just want to thank every one of you that have tuned in since the start of our podcast journey here, especially for all the different podcasts that we do. We just want to say thank you so much. We just want to talk about this week's episode, which is about superpowers. Now, I'm joined by the Guardians of the Woodlands Checkpoint, and once again,
Woodlands Checkpoint.
Checkpoint, nobody will live in Woodlands.
No, it's Tuas, right? Tuas Checkpoint.
Yes,
Yeah.
Tuas.
We also don't stay anywhere near Tuas.
Yeah.
The Changi Checkpoint. There's someone,
Airport.
How is everyone doing? Everyone doing well? Happy to reach 1,000?
Amazing.
Never
It's
thought
great. It's
never
great.
thought I will see this day.
What? Oh, are you serious?
Wow, bro, you had so little
Wow.
confidence in all of us. I feel very sad now.
It's to be expected. I'm right here.
And if you're looking at this thumbnail, you will know that this week we're doing a draft on superpowers, and the reason why is because the Marvels movie is coming. We have actually been wanting to do this draft for a while now, but we had the intention to do it with a superhero movie that is coming out. Now the Marvels movie, if you've seen the trailer or the poster, it's about like Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, and also like Monica Rambeau. If you're reading news specifically about this movie, you'll notice that this movie is going to open at about 50 to 60 million box office debut. Not very good by Marvel standards. Okay?
Yep.
I just want to ask you guys, do you have superhero fatigue?
Yeah.
A bit.
I am tired of how superhero movies are being presented because
Yes.
I think
fascinating.
at the not just superhero films I think a lot of films, a lot of literature, at the core of it is actually about humanity and the human condition. So I think Marvel strayed quite far from it when they first started with Iron Man and Captain America and all this stuff.
It's gone from developing like good stories to just trying to figure out how to milk the money. To me, the last good movie was Avengers lah.
They planned too far ahead, right? But they didn't focus on like the present. They have like so many phases and like so many like big plans for the future, right? But they don't even focus on like the this movie that they're presenting, right, to be good. No, what Secret Wars, all this. Honestly, it's just like, you just keep it a secret, lah. Don't tell me. It's okay. I don't need to know. Like, I'm not that interested. I'm not that interested to find out.
I also think, right, there's a issue of this like whole Disney Plus cinema thingy where it's like initially they did say like, okay, if you watch a movie in the cinema, you don't technically need to watch the shows. But then now I feel that if you miss the show, right, you're like, there's a lot of context that you'll miss in the movie also. So a lot of people, right, if they miss the show, they can't be bothered to sort of like watch the movie. It feels like Marvel is doing what DC did at the start, where it's like they're rushing things now. But it's it feels like there's too many things. Fully. This week draft on superpowers will help us to regenerate our vigor for this genre. But before we dive into that, let's talk a bit about last week's episode, which was the Soups draft. Now, I won the draft. It was only me and Jin Yong that were on the draft. Paul and Jordan were the other two contestants. Just want to ask you guys, Jin Yong specifically, any regrets? And also, Elder and Brandon, which teams do you vote for?
Yeah, no regrets really, because I felt that the scores were not very far apart. So I really think it's a matter of
quite close,
personal preference.
Do you think that you regret not taking Bak Kut Teh first?
On hindsight, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the Bak Kut Teh will help me win the draft. Yeah. What about Elder and Brandon? Which teams do you vote for? Do you remember?
Mushroom soup.
So you did vote for
Mushroom
voting your team.
Mushroom
So
soup.
Brandon, you're supposed to continue.
The sliced fish soup. I remember it's
sliced
mushroom
fish
soup and sliced fish soup. Then I was just like, oh, this is it.
I looked at it more because I want mushroom soup. But then I think if I were to look at it, right, Media's team was like more well-rounded.
Yeah,
As a totality among soups lah. If Media took mushroom soup, right, and bak kut teh, right, everybody die already.
There's no way that I will be able to get both. Zero.
Unless somebody dropped the ball real bad.
Yes, yeah. I won the draft, so I will have to use my advantage over for this week's draft. Okay. Now let's go and get our super on. We're going to talk about this week's draft, which is about superpowers. I wanted to ask you guys, do you guys think about this topic when you were a kid?
Yes. A lot.
Yes.
Bro, teenager, bro. All the way to now.
All right, yeah, exactly. Now, so I'll think like, wow, if I had this power, I swear.
Yeah. If I could draw it out if I focus hard enough now.
I love it. Yeah. Specifically, I think superpower is something that for a lot of us, mere mortals, we've dreamed about this. Okay, we're going to talk about some of the rules and regulations for this draft. I think there are a few rules that I would like to propose. Specifically, I think that being rich is not a superpower. So you can't be like, well, Batman or like the Iron Man or say, oh, I have a lot of money. Yeah, that doesn't count. Another thing, right, that I would like to propose, if you look through like the list of superpowers, right, there's a lot of things that are like bending elements. I think that we should ban like the power is like I can bend the elements, whereas like, I can bend all.
Okay. It's like I can bend everything, but you cannot bend everything, but you can bend just one thing. You can control one. Yeah.
Or you can bend multiple, but you will have to pick multiple picks. If I want to bend like these three things, right, you will have to pick 3 picks of bending stuff. Like you cannot pick
okay.
I bend all of the like elements and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because there is actually a superpower that allows you to bend everything.
Yeah. There is. Avatar. But I'm just saying, quite a sick power. There's also one more rule, right, that I would like to implement is that there are 6 senses, right? I think that it will be good because there's some powers is like, I have very heightened senses. I think it will be better if it was more specific to say 1. Yeah. Oh, okay. So that it opens up more for everybody. Other than that, you guys got any rules or regulations you want to ask?
No, man. I think if you're not sure, right, whether can or cannot, right, you just say that you're not sure first. So at least everybody can kind of preempt themselves whether to veto or not.
Okay, I put us all in spin the wheel. I have a bigger portion of the wheel. I am red, Elder is black, T Young is green, and Brandon is blue. I noticed that every week they ask me for the colors. I forgot to tell them before we start. Okay, let's go. Let's spin the wheel now. Oh, it is Elder. Elder, what position would you like?
Oh.
1, 2, 3, or 4?
First, let's go first. Elder never go first before, I think.
I'm going second.
Oh, yeah. Correct. Yeah, you went. Okay.
The first is always the
first is the most pressurizing position.
yeah.
It is Brandon. All right, Brandon.
Brandon, go first.
I should go first. I'll take it.
Go first. All right, that'll be myself and Jin Yong. I got it lah. Okay, I will go third. Okay, I'll go third lah. Jin Yong, you get back to back. Okay, the end of okay. So this will be the official draft order. It will be Brandon, Eldet, then myself and Jin Yong. Jin Yong will get back to back to end of the first round. All right, boys, it's time to put on our capes. Let's get right into the Superpowers Draft. All right, with the first official pick in the Superpowers Draft, Brandon, what are you going to take?
I feel like this may be vetoed, but I feel like when you're thinking of the best superpower, this is usually the first thing that comes to mind. Is telekinesis, right?
Telekinesis.
Telekinesis.
What is that exactly?
I know what that is, right? But that's not the first superpower that comes to in my head, bro.
No, it's remember the show that Chris Evans acted in?
Is basically the ability to control objects with your mind, right?
Yeah, correct. So by right, it's just that because you can control things with your mind, right? You're able to. That's why using telekinesis, you can create even a barrier. You can control things. You can move yourself. You can You basically can do a lot of things. By right is like you can even fly if you can. You can control yourself, your own body to fly.
So you're trying to be true here and then take a pick that encapsulates a few things lah.
No, that's why I said it may be vetoed because the thing is telekinesis is a legit superpower. The ability to move objects and with mental power or non-physical means lah. Yeah.
Okay. If you justify it like that, right, I feel it's quite fair. So it's like the idea that I can like, let's say if I have a bottle here, I want to like bring the bottle to me, I can lift it up and pull it to me lah.
Yeah, have you watched the show Push? Like if I get shot, I can even use the telekinesis to just throw back the bullets. You know, it's like I can control everything. Like whatever object, whatever thing, anything I can control lah.
I won't veto it because it's not elemental, it's object.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel it's like manipulating objects, right? Correct?
Yes, it's object manipulation.
But I do think, right, this telekinesis stuff will be like quite useful. Like especially if like the remote control very far away. You don't want to open the fridge, you can take a snack. Yeah, put a snack card to you.
But right, it's like, you know, he used it in the movie. He used it to gamble. Like when gambling, you just like poof. And you read a lot of manga and everything, right? Telekinesis is usually one of like the Esper power where you can control things in your mind. It starts from there, then sooner or later you can fly because you can control your body to fly.
Before we started this draft, I did ask the question in our group chat, like, are we drafting based on how powerful the power is, or are we drafting based on what we would want as a power? Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. So, but I think it's fun that we leave it a bit open-ended. So I'm guessing that you're drafting it more for a power itself, right? Like a superpower.
What a very useful power. Yeah.
I think telekinesis is a good pick, but personally, I don't think I would have picked it first, lah. For you guys, would you have picked it first?
Nope.
No.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
Spicy it is, Brendan. Spicy it is. Okay, Eldad, after telekinesis, what are you going to take?
Okay, I think I'm going to take a power that I feel like is probably the most useful superpower that you can probably have. I'm going to pick shape-shifting.
Oh, shape-shifting.
Oh,
so like,
that's a good one.
Like Mystique?
Like Mystique or like Martian Manhunter, that type. Where I can literally morph or shape into anybody I want.
Ah, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's very... I mean, like, you can portray it as a bad guy power or a good guy power, right? But in any situation, right, this is very, very, very helpful.
Yeah.
It's
if
practical.
you want to be deceitful...
The amount of things you can do with this, man, my God.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, right? But Mystique's sort of superpowers, it's not just the look also, it's like the DNA. So it's like her fingerprints can be able to, like,
Correct.
of that particular person and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Am I-
Correct.
Yeah, this one, right? I feel that for this power, right, you have to, if you don't want to use it wrongly, right, you have to have someone with a lot of responsibility. You have to be someone that is very responsible. Because
The right moral compass.
the temptation to do a lot of like bad things is really very strong for this one.
Martian Manhunter, he does this. He has his power, right? But he has a very strong like moral compass in what he believes is right and wrong.
Okay.
So that's why when he does it right, he does it responsibly.
I feel that this sort of shape-shifting power, right, it can really be the most like, if I want to get revenge on someone, it's the most effective, you know.
Yeah.
Because one day I can just like, I'll be Brendan, and then I'll do something very humiliating to myself publicly, something like that, that can like completely tarnish my reputation. And then I'll just like go back to myself the next day. I mean, like, and then you have to go and deal with the consequences. Like, yeah, it's a very, very scary thing.
The scary thing is just that one day you may forget who you actually are because you keep changing from people to people, right? That you lose sight of yourself. Right? Every time I watch this, it feels that way.
It's true also. That's why there's a personal struggle with Mystique. Like, if you look at the X-Men movie,
Correct.
Yeah, it's personal identity in a way because she's taking the identity of so many other people. All right, interesting. Shape-shifting is off the board. Jin Yong, curious, will you have picked this first?
No.
Oh, okay. So technically you and I, we can get our first picks, the picks that we wanted to take.
Yeah. I have a very, how to say, I have a very, practical, I have a very practical, as in my superpower, I have a very practical reason for choosing it. Yeah.
Okay.
Not say,
I'm going to say
not
is
say
that,
LD one not practical, but yeah.
Yeah, but all I'm going to say is that my one, right, is 1000%, right, practical. I don't know whether is this the same as you for me, right? I thought this is like, if I could pick any superpower in the world, right, this is the number one superpower that I want to take, right? Because for me, it just helps you take the
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, traveling away, right? Number one thing for me is teleportation, brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, nice one.
I've removed it from my list. It was there.
We as humans in general, right, we spend money on private jets, grabs, helicopters, and things like that, right? Just to get from one place to another as fast as possible. Do you know what I mean? Like, the main thing that we're trying to do is you're trying to save time, because time is the most precious thing for us as humans. If you have the power of teleportation, if I want to take a run in Denver, USA, right, and I want to grab a croissant in Paris, and then I want to teleport to the Egyptian pyramids, right, then I go to Milan to do some shopping, right, I can literally do all of that in like half an hour, leh. You think about it, no? Like the power of teleportation. That's why I
like Jumper the movie,
yeah, like jump on the movie,
Yeah.
correct. Oh, that was in hindsight, it's not a great movie, lah. Yeah, but during the time, I did enjoy that movie.
I did enjoy the movie too, honestly. Yeah.
I think all of us did. Just that when you watch it again, you'll be like, ooh.
And also, I think like if you're ever caught in a sticky situation, right? Like if you're ever caught in like a fight or you're in a place that you don't want to be, it's a very useful sort of power to just get yourself out of trouble, lah. Okay, I'm happy to take teleportation. Curious, Ziyong, Eldad, Brandon, was this on your board? Like, was it high?
Yeah. That's my next pick.
It's quite high. It's quite high.
Okay,
Yes.
all
Yeah,
right.
if you'd gone to me, I would have taken it also.
This will be my second.
Okay, so it'll be a back-to-back lah. So technically,
Yeah.
Ziyong, as we move on to you, you'll be able to get your first pick. All right, Ziyong, what are you going to take?
Okay, I'm picking this pick for the same reason as Midat, because I want to save time. Because like Midat said, time is the only commodity to all humans, regardless you're rich or poor or whatever.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct, I agree.
But I'm choosing a very different superpower. I want to choose a superpower where I can control the flow of time.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
which means
Damn.
that I like controller like that. Then like life is like a movie. I can fast forward, I can pause.
Like
or
what?
I
You
can-
click,
Yeah. Or I can just like go stun,
Like click.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, all you need is the remote and a wife like
Yeah,
came back to and you're ready. Your life is set.
Yeah, I think that would be like, wow, that would be damn cool. And also FBI and CIA will be on my heels.
I think I put this as my third overall pick lah, because like, it's very cool to be able to. I think the only sort of like scary thing with time, right, is that there's a Murphy's law sort of
Yeah,
yeah, you
correct.
don't know how,
Yeah,
what
repercussions.
you, yeah.
can, like affect like multiple timelines
Yeah.
or like do you know what I mean? But I think it's very cool also, like if you watch certain movies like About Time, this type of thing, where they use it in a very, it's just an individual
Realistic,
person, lah.
yeah.
Next up, curious, after this time manipulation, you were going to take teleportation. What are you going to take now?
I'm going to take something more surprising to all of you. I don't know whether you all watched this series called American Gods by Neil Gaiman.
I did.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's this certain god
Amazon Prime.
from the New Gods camp. He's the guy that control all the
Technology.
electronic stuff. He can control all the new
yeah.
media and everything. Yeah. So I'm going to pick my ability to control everything electronic, the data, all the social media and everything.
It's the god
Because-
of technology, right? That's the one.
Yeah, I'm looking at all my picks and I think that this is a more relevant pick because of like how important technology and data has become to part of our lives.
But if you watch that show, right, American Gods, the context behind it, right, is the idea that gods are formed based on what humans worship. So it's
Yes,
like,
correct.
yeah, there's a reason why
Correct.
there's a technology god, right? It's because the new phase of the gods, they sort of
Correct.
humans, right? We sort of idolize technology, lah, in a way. Yeah, that's
Yep,
why
yep.
everyone will be in fear of you the most. I think everyone cannot go Instagram, cannot go WhatsApp. Oh, this thing young again.
Stop it,
Ji
Young.
One of he'll be like one of my stocks is crashing. Okay, let me put an advertisement for this thing here. Then he shows a thing.
All right. My next pick. All right. I'm torn between two. I put these two are quite high up for me. Okay, I'll pick the ability to mind read. Mind read. Yeah, it was okay. Yeah. Professor X in a way, like the ability to go and read what
Charles
people are thinking.
Xavier.
My wife was like, I asked her like which power do you want? And she said, oh, this one. This is like no, number one. Number one pick for her. Yeah. I think it's just very advantageous in a lot of social situations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Social situations, business situations, work situations. It can be quite tiring in a way to go and know everyone's honest opinions all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, to hear everyone's thoughts and stuff like that. But I would like to be able to control when I want to hear. when I
And switch off when you don't want.
be able to switch it on and off lah. I think also like that's what's Professor X's level, right? It's like he can choose when and when not to hear people.
Yes.
It's only when he
yes.
goes into cerebro, then he's like he has to like open
Yeah.
everyone, right? Yeah, that is like it can be overwhelming and stuff like that.
I think for this thing to be a superpower is much better than, some of the people that are very good at reading people's subtle body language, this kind of thing, where you're so good at it that sometimes you cannot turn it off anymore. You read people
Yeah.
like just like that. Yeah.
It can be used in a manipulative way also. Like for instance, right? I ask Brendan, like, Brendan, what's your bank account number? Like I can jokingly ask, right? And then you'll be like, haha, I'm not going to tell you, right? But the fact that I asked
thing
the
is
question, you immediately think about it in your brain already. So
Yeah.
in a way, I can sort of like extract the information for you. So but this is also a power that I feel that you have to use it in your responsible way. Elder and Brendan, were you gonna take this next? Like, is your next pick?
I think just based on my personality, I know.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
think-
yeah.
I don't like it when there's like too much information.
Yeah.
I was actually going to pick
like
something
really too much.
even more evil, like slightly more evil than this.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're gonna say. Yeah, so yeah, we'll see whether you're gonna
That-
pick it. Yeah.
That was literally going to be my next few picks, but okay, we'll see.
After my mind reading, right? Okay, Elder, you're up next. What are you gonna take? What are you gonna take after your shape shifting?
Okay, I'm gonna take the one thing that will just make sure that I don't get killed. I'm gonna take invulnerability.
Okay.
Oh.
Vulnerability. Yeah.
Invulnerability. Basically, you shoot me, you do whatever to me, I cannot feel anything.
So it's like they can't get hurt, lah.
No, cannot. No matter how I try. So if let's say somebody stabs you with a knife pens, so a bullet hits you, right? The bullet deflects off your body.
Okay, yeah. I get what you mean. It's like you the other one feels pain. This one doesn't feel pain. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Just that
The other one is more of. Okay, I cannot say. Let's give it away.
I understand the context of what you're saying. Like,
Yeah. So it's basically like how the biggest example of it is Superman. Like Superman, like no matter how much you shoot him or whichever, he cannot feel pain.
I also think, right, if you have this sort of like power, in a way, your perspective on life, I think, will change quite drastically.
Correct.
Like, you'll be more adventurous, you'll be more willing to go and do things.
Plus I'm
more risk like more daring.
Risk taker.
In a way,
plus
right?
I'm a shapeshifter.
Traffic lights no longer matter to you. Just cross the road.
Yeah. You get banged down the car, good luck to you.
Yeah, you worried about the car instead.
Yeah.
Hey bro, your COE okay? Yes. Okay, Brendan, I'm next. What you gonna take?
Wow, I don't know whether to pick the pick that is similar to yours because like that was really going to be my pick, but like now if not then it will be split, you know. Yeah. I think since we said it until like this, I'm just going to pick it lah.
All right, let's go.
I'm gonna pick the mind control.
Yeah, mind
Oh, nice one.
Mind control. The clear super villain. The clear super villain pick.
Yeah, this is the number one supervillain thing.
Yeah.
Every supervillain tries to do this to all the people humans.
Yeah. Person who has this ability is Wanda. When she did this to the Hulk, but after she became good, that's it. And she never used that power ever again. And from that point on, she didn't use this power ever again.
She got what? In the WandaVision, she controlled a whole town. What?
Oh wow, yeah. That's different.
Yeah.
That's when she's going back. She's backsliding. She backslide.
I think to clarify also, it's different from mind reading. Because like mind control is like you are actually controlling someone to do things for you. You know?
Yeah. It's like they become your puppet, but they don't have a mind of their own. Yeah.
And technically you can't. There are some ways like where they combine both, right? But technically Wanda, she can't read minds, correct? You know what I mean?
Yeah. She can't read minds. She can't know exactly what you're thinking, but she can ask you to do things for her, but she cannot like. Yeah.
If you're someone that's just going to use this power from like work standpoint, right? I think it's quite manipulative, but also quite awesome to use.
Yeah.
You're like, I'll tell my boss, like, you're going to double my salary.
It's time for a race. It's time for a race.
Also, it's like from very like practical standpoint, right? Technically, you can go to like a bak chor mee auntie and say like, okay, she's gonna give me the bak chor mee. I don't need to queue up in line, and you're gonna give me like, yeah, it's very very practical.
You will give me more bak chor for bak chor mee.
Bak chor
Like,
mee.
wife, you will not disturb me when I watch football. You're really using the evil stuff now, telekinesis and mind control. What are you gonna take after that, Brendan?
Take control of the world.
Honestly, right, I don't know whether you all will say this is veto this, but honestly, last time when watching Heroes, right, one of the coolest power, right, is the power to steal other people's power. Don't you think so?
Oh.
Yeah, but by right. So in a world where there's superpower, right, one of the best power is the ability to steal other people's power, like rope. Yeah, but like in the Heroes, it's the one where the person is able to steal and collect all the powers. Then in the end, he became like a And then it's also a super villain.
I think personally for me, right, I feel that in the spirit of the draft, right, you know what I mean? I don't know whether is it very...
Yeah. So that's why I say I'm actually very okay if you all veto it, but it's just that I don't know whether is it like okay to veto. I say like, do you all want to veto or you all don't want to veto? Up to you. I'm really very fine.
For the spirit of the draft, right, I feel that if you take this pick, you're sort of meeting
It's an
everyone else.
imbalance.
Okay.
Yeah, which is fine.
It's a very open thing,
I'm in agreement with me there also.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
In the spirit of the draft.
Yeah.
My bad.
No problem. Yeah, because honestly, and my next pick actually is something different. The ability to see the future.
Okay. This is a good
Okay,
point.
that one is fair. That one can.
Foresight. Yeah.
Foresight.
Wow.
That's so Raven.
There's so
Raven.
is a future I can see.
Yeah, then she only see like a portion of the vision.
Yeah, but you only see the portion. Usually the ones in power usually are the people who they have the foresight to be able to see the future, and like the entire colony or the entire group of people, they always call this person the seer, right?
Yeah.
Seer.
The seer.
Right?
Yeah, SEER. The seer who guides the people.
This foresight thing, right? I feel it's like very useful to go and like find out like what's the 4D number that's coming out.
No, it's honestly a perfect image or a perfect movie that does a modern version of it, right? It's Nix. Remember last time we watched it together? Yeah. Nicolas Cage.
View, right? The two of them.
Yes, he can. But at the start, he only can see even 60 seconds. And this is one of the things that I always feel like the daily activity, right? It's the one of the powers that I always wish I could have. It's like if I only can predict what like tonight's 4D number. Like it's like if tonight total number I know exactly, or if let's say like what he did, you go to casino, I know whether I hit or I miss, I will either hit blackjack or not blackjack. You know, it's like you clearly know. So it's like
I think
it's a sick power lah.
more difficult. I think easier one is like, I bet on 2004 euros, Greece winning everything.
Yeah. So it's like the foresight to do all, and it's not just that. It's like even in your daily life, like whether you want to like, how are you going to like when you meet the one, you know, like when you meet like about time or so something like that. It's like you just keep going back because you know the future. Yeah, you know what's going to happen. Yeah.
I also think that it would be best if it was like you can control when you want to see the future.
Yeah. So that as opposed to be because and that's what it's just a snippets of whenever it comes. But usually the seers is like they will focus and usually the sacrifice is much bigger. So a lot of like the legends are like to see the future you must sacrifice your own life force. That's why all the seers always look them old and dying. Yeah.
So maybe you'll get to see an old Brandon.
Yeah.
A ragged dude.
A ragged dude.
Next up, Alec, what are you going to take?
I'm going to take intangibility.
What is that?
The ability to walk through walls.
Shadow Cat.
Yeah.
So this was what I was saying, right? That remember just now I was saying that like once you reach an extreme version of a power, right? Then after that you can unlock this. This happened in the Flash, right? When he walked through the wall.
Oh,
yeah.
Phases through.
Phases, they call phasing, yeah. Which is a very cool power lah. Shadow Cat made it like super cool when we were younger.
Yeah. Shadow Cat who was Ellen Page, right? In X-Men.
Ellen Page, yes.
Yes. I also think that this power useful if you ever get locked out of your house.
True.
Like, walk inside the door, stuff like that. Yeah. What will you be using this for, specifically?
Can you imagine
honestly, right? I looked at it, I was like thinking like, I constructed it as like a superpower as a whole, right? So it's like basically I can shapeshift. I cannot get shot, and I am literally able to go anywhere I want.
Oh, true. Wow.
Yeah. So actually, you're just creating Martian Manhunter.
Or
like a very ultimate supervillain.
Your next superpower is gonna be I want to be green color. Okay.
Yeah, but actually, right, your two powers sort of like contradicts each other. Is the invulnerability and the phasing a bit contradict, because the thing is, if you're invulnerable, there's no need to phase through the like like things coming at you. You get
But
what I
the
mean?
thing is that I don't want to create a scene.
He's using it for a practical perspective.
It's practical,
Practical perspective. Okay.
Because it's like, if you think about it, like Superman and Luke Cage, right? Everybody just shooting at them, right? Then just like, what happens if I can just walk out the door? Then nobody will know that I'm there.
I'm up next. I would like to take invisibility.
Ooh.
Similar in a way. I would just like to be like invincible, fly on the wall.
Yeah, it's
Got a lot of responsibility. It must be a responsible person.
yeah. Because it's the in One Piece, this is like the perfect pervert's power. In One Piece, like the Sanji kept going on about how invisibility is the only power he wants, right? Because he can finally go to like the girls' bathroom to pick on girls, and you're just like, wow.
Yeah. Have you watched the movie Hollow Man? The one with Kevin.
Yes.
Yeah.
God,
It's like
that
the first half of the movie is like he did it with honest intentions. Then after that, the second half, he start to like going girls and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's because it's the same thing as with great power comes great responsibility, but this is like ability to be a perf.
Yes. It's true. But I think that I picked this pick, right, invisibility, right, because I would like to combine it with my other two powers, which I think would be quite useful, which is like teleportation and mind reading. Yeah, I think the invisibility part will help you be able to better use the other two, lah. Like, let's say you want to be in a public meeting or whatever, then I'll be able to go and hear like what's going on, but I'm invisible, like just sitting in the corner or whatever. Yes. I think it's quite a cool power. But like you said, it can be a very irresponsible power. Yeah. Yes. With great power comes great responsibility. Ziyong, you got back to back, what are you going to take?
Okay, my first two picks, I picked powers that I think are interesting to me. The next two picks, I'm going to pick powers that are more for people around me. So the first I'm going to pick is cloning, so I can clone myself.
Oh,
Yeah, so that let's say I
Kage
work,
no
but at the same
Binshu.
time I got, yeah. Kage Bunshin no Jitsu. Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, yeah. So I'm doing this because I think like for many of us we have issues like spending time with people because like we have to work, then we have family, we need to spend time with family, then we need to spend time with whoever. Can you imagine like if there's 10 of me, then one with my mother, one with my father, then one go to work, then one can go on holiday, yeah.
When you replicate yourself, right, you are essentially replicating your brain also.
And then at the end of the day, right, they come back to one, and then they just give you like a report of the whole day.
Yeah. All the memories come flooding back in. Kage no Binshu. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu.
Quite a fun power to have, right?
Yeah.
I can
It's just
imagine the headache you're gonna get after that.
Yeah, it's going to be. It's crazy. It's going to be crazy to
10 voices
have memories of it all.
Why you do that?
Yeah.
Identity crisis. I'm going to take over as the main host. But you are all along going to make that. You are all along going to make that bad decision because you are you. So even if you are, if you are there at the access, right? Yeah.
So it's like you go to 10 different scenarios, you made 10 different bad decisions.
Yes. I was thinking like that. If like there's only one of you, so you make bad decisions like at one place at one time only. But now there's 10 of you in 10 different places making 10 bad decisions.
Yeah. So after a while, you just start thinking, who is the original person? Who is the real one?
Yeah.
Do I write on my head clone 1? I wear the t-shirt clone 1, clone 2.
Is it the one at work? Is it the one that is with the girlfriend? Or is it the one that's playing video games? And most likely, the one that's playing video games.
Yeah. Can you imagine, right? Like, you make so many clones to go to work, go do so many things, right? Then in the end, everybody just stay at home. Like, 10 of you all stay home. Because everybody decided to take MC together.
No, then in the end, everybody, all 10 of you do the exact same cycle every single day. So it's like the same thing, just 10 different ways only.
Yeah.
Hey, think about it.
Then all of you
you're all better off as one person.
Yes.
Cloning, right? In just like practical essence is quite useful.
Very useful.
Yeah, to be at multiple places at once. But technically you don't need this because you'll be stopping time. You know?
Yeah.
Oh,
true.
yes.
True.
Yeah. But I guess yeah, in case the click remote doesn't work that day, you can use this. Cloning. After that, after cloning, what are you gonna take?
I'm going to take a very holy power. I want to take the ability to heal people, heal injuries.
I was gonna take that next.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Effectively become Mother
I was gonna take that
Teresa.
next.
But with special
yeah.
powers, yeah.
I was
Because
gonna
I
take
think if you heal yourself, it's like too OP already. Then you never get old one. Then you like it's forever. You just like Dracula, and then you live through how many centuries?
think of the amount of like lives you can save, the amount of like the
Yeah.
pain that you can like remove just instantly, like people that are suffering from like long-term illness, you just one shot,
Yeah,
definitely can.
Although that wouldn't
very,
solve
very
the
powerful
overpopulation issue, lah. But
yeah, you can use the other. You can use the other. You can use the cloning one to go and fix this.
Yeah. Or you can heal the world. You can heal the world slowly. Then after
What a Michael Jackson song plays around.
We are the world. They just standing there like this.
Yeah, so
what the hell? Mass cow. Wow.
it's also one of the most unselfish picks like out there lah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's really
But
easy to help other people. And
But I also think that it like in certain like in superheroes or something like that, right? They always use this thing where if you heal people, right, it drains some bit of your life force.
yes, correct. Yeah.
So there's always a trade-off.
yeah.
Like usually when they do it in like superheroes and everything. But if it's just to heal the world and there's no trade-off, right? Just take it, bro. It's the best.
I'm up next. I think that this is the next best pick. From a very practical perspective, once again, I would like to have the idea of intuitive multilingualism.
Oh, the ability to speak language lah. Like yeah.
Yeah, intuitive multilingualism. So there's this character in Marvel Comics called Nate Gray, if I'm not wrong, who has the ability to intuitively translate and learn new languages on the spot lah. So it's like he doesn't need to read anything. He doesn't need to like hear anything. Like
I listen to one sentence. I know how to speak a language already. Yeah.
And I think like this is extremely valuable from a personal perspective, right? Because any situation you know how to talk, and also I barely speak English. But also on top of that, right? Like not just the human level, it's like if you want to go back and like look at like old artifacts, you'll be able to read and understand all of that stuff.
Oh yes.
Or even if there's a situation, it's like they need someone to go and identify like alien, like what are the aliens talking about and stuff. That you'll be the one that is like called upon lah. Yeah, The Arrival, the Amy Adams, the movie there, where she's like a specialist in the lingualism. I'm very jealous, right, in general, of people that they pick up language very fast. Because I think it's a very cool skill. I something that I personally never be able to do. Elliot, you're up next. What are you going to take?
Okay, I just want to throw this out there. This might get vetoed, but I just want to see what you guys think. Superhuman intelligence. Like using the maximum capacity of your brain. Like limitless like that.
I think there's a level of it, right, where I feel that it's a human can do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm not saying I won't veto it because it's like too imbalance of a power. It just feels like I don't know how you're going to phrase it as a power.
Like, if let's say you look at limitless, right? Like
I think like Brandon's
his brain moves at a certain speed, right, to a point where it's like he can anticipate.
Then I think
feel
maybe
that
Brandon's description is better. Use 100% of your brain.
But if you want to, it's like unless you want to put like superhuman intelligence, I think that's the closest.
So this will be like what? Superhuman intelligence?
Superhuman intelligence.
Using 100% of your brain sounds more amazing than like superhuman intelligence.
That's what I'm thinking. Right? Should it just be using
100% of your brain, right? It's not a superpower.
It's not a superpower. It's just I'm a human that can use my full brain. Yeah.
But you have to use like superhuman intelligence. Then okay, like I understand. I just feel that there's a human element.
Something else.
Yeah, there's a human element to it that is like it's not really a superpower. Do you know what I mean? Because there are geniuses that are all over the place, do you know what I mean? But who knows? You'll be able to use like what your super brain to go and like find stocks, go and sort, this type of thing. Yeah. All right, Brandon, up next. You got to back to end off your team. What are you gonna take?
Oh, I don't know whether to pick like. I feel like these two. Like I feel like to round it off, I can pick these two, but I feel it's like I'm being very like typical. The typical superhero.
I know which one you're gonna take.
Yeah. But I feel like as a superhero, right? Like it's very weird if nobody picks this because it's like all superheroes, like the image of a superhero is someone that has superhuman strength. You know?
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Not
So
the
like
one that I was thinking of, but okay.
Yeah. So, maybe the one you're thinking of is the next one. So superhuman strength is like I said, we think Superman is someone that, like, and it's the same when all those crazy superheroes, right? When they find out their powers, right? It's usually the one that has superhuman strength is usually like the main character because
It's the most OP.
They're OP. They're OP. It's like so what? So what if you can just one punch from me and that's it? Like One Punch Man. Boom. That's it. Like Sky High is a clear example.
Sky High. The example you're referencing Sky High of all the movies.
But Sky is a good movie though.
But you think about it, right?
Of all the
It's
movies.
a good movie.
No, but I think
all the movies.
I feel like it's like the thing is because you see in that movie, right, got so many cool superpower, right? Okay, I don't want to say it's way. Yeah. You can manipulate so many different things. Yeah, and then you can do so many different things. But then in the end, the person with everybody respect and the person that is the strongest is always the person that has superhuman strength.
It's a cliche power, but it's also known for being like the main character always has this power. I just feel that in terms of like as a superhero, right, this is one of the best powers. But from a practical perspective, right, I feel that it's not as a human, right, like us.
Oh, it's not good.
Yeah.
I can just imagine like my wife telling me like, hey, can you help me lift the fridge to clean underneath the
Leave the table.
Hey, you very strong, right? Help me carry all the groceries.
Yeah. That's like Mr. Incredible, like Mr. Incredible does that. The car just dragging the car.
Yes. Still very cool in a fight. Like if you can use it in like what UFC or like what boxing.
Yeah. One punch, you call me One Punch Man because boom, that's all it takes.
Yeah. I can kill one man with one finger. Yeah. It's a cool power for a superhero. Practical perspective, I think like not the most, but I think for a superhero draft, right, if someone didn't take it, right, it's very, very like wasted.
Wasted, yeah.
All right, what are you going to take after this superhuman strength, Brandon?
I was thinking, I'm thinking between two. It's really between two. I think this is like what. Yeah, you have to pick this lah. The cliche. Since I'm going cliche, just do cliche all the way lah. I'm going to take super speed.
Yep, correct.
Ooh,
Super speed.
Flash.
The Flash.
Yep. I was like, I saw it. I was like, yep, that's gonna be removed.
That is not the pick that I was referring to, leh.
Oh, is it?
There's one more super cliche one that no one is taking.
I know which one you're talking about. But the thing is, I feel like super speed makes more sense than that superpower, right? Because for practical wise, right, even as a superhero, I always feel super speed makes so much more sense than the other one, the one that you're thinking of. And I know exactly what you're thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah. But the issue is super speed, right? Especially if you watch the Flash stuff, right? Like it's really very energy draining, right? Like he has to eat non-stop
A lot.
like, the amount of
10,000 calories a day.
Yeah, but as opposed to other modes of transportation, right, it will not be so energy draining. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
The good thing is, if you love to eat, right, this is very good for you. Like,
Yes. Which is
every day you got Brandon, you love to eat, so no problem for you. Yeah.
Oh, if I want to take a chill pill, I can control the person to just fly me on a first class ticket. That's fine. Fly me first class.
Fun power. It's one of the more fun powers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aldette, what are you gonna take?
Yeah, Aldette, correct.
Okay. I'm gonna take something that I think will also be questionable. Meta manipulation. Means that I can manipulate anything that takes up space or has weight.
Wow, that's like you're manipulating 70% of the Earth matter already.
You're picking a pick that can do multiple manipulations, right?
That's why the thing, I don't know, because matter is basically
Technically, water is matter, what? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking whether can or cannot.
I feel cannot, because we already in the start already agree that we will not take the manipulation. It has to be specific. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't pick one that is like can take too many.
Because matter is like
Because
it's basically saying you're saying like you're basically saying everything
No,
manipulation.
that's why, because the thing is that anything that's weight. So that's why I asked first whether can or cannot first. Yeah, because
You said it in the opening, I think.
okay. Because the one that I think of when I come to this is Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, correct.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
so that's one I think of. But never mind. I will go with something else. I will pick Green Lantern superpower energy construct. So basically, I can with my ability, I can construct anything that I want to
With just your imagination.
with just my imagination.
I'm the real life Sims.
SimCity. Sure.
Basically, like I think like this kind of completes everything about the superhero that I like or I wanted.
Yeah. Except one specific power, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that later, lah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, right? Like, if you can construct anything, right, it's damn useful for like, I got stomach ache. Then I want to go like, I like to
I construct a toilet bowl.
Yeah.
like a private toilet immediately on the spot. Yeah, so it's a very practical thing. Cool. Yeah. What coloring would you want?
Honestly, black.
Black. Oh,
Black.
So everything
In darkest night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna
Black
make that
Lantern. Black Lantern. Feels no light.
All right, I'm up next. I'm very torn between do I want to take a cool pick or do I want to take something that I think is a very cute pick. I'm going to take the cute pick, okay? I'm going to take the cute pick. I would like... This might come back to bite me in the ass. I would like the ability to talk to animals.
Oh.
Dr. Doolittle. Here we have Dr. Doolittle.
Especially if you're like someone that cares about animals. I think it's quite useful as a vet. I guess you can figure out what are the problems with like certain people and certain animals that they have. I would like to know, how does a cat think in general? Like, why are you such an asshole? Cat? Why do you keep throwing glasses everywhere, scratching cats, and scratching the sofa, stuff like that. I also think it's very useful to like understand like maybe suffering animals or like temperamental animals. And then in a way also I can be like the real Caesar Milan. But to all animals.
To feel Caesar Milan.
I was thinking more of like
animal whisperer.
I was thinking more of like using them as espionage how to say people and how you collect all the intel.
Yeah. If I can Madagascar, I can send the 4 penguins to go and help me find out what's going on. Ziong, you're up next for your last pick. What are you gonna take?
I'm going to pick the ability to create optical illusions.
Oh, okay.
So a bit
optical.
like, yeah, how to say, the kind of thing that you all see, then like, you go into some trap and then suddenly you see like, hey, I see like my dead loved ones in front of me, the wrong things I used to do, this kind of thing. Yeah, but I'm coming from the perspective more like...
Doctor Strange.
Yes, a bit like that.
Or is it Mr. Negative?
Who's that?
Who is Mr. Negative?
Okay, basically Mr. Negative, right, is a super villain. Right, he can literally just manipulate your thoughts and your fears. So he can put you into an environment, right, where literally, right, all you see is something that you're either afraid of.
When he sleeps in the office, right, I'm doing work. But it goes against the clothing. We are all sleeping together.
Young is working hard. He is working very hard.
Yes. I think
okay, but I mean, besides all the very obvious uses, I think one of the very practical use for me is that, like when seniors are near the deathbed or when they're very near to the end of life, then they like want to, let's say, see their dead husband again, or let's say they want to relieve something. I want to have the ability to do that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think this goes very well with your
healing ability.
Yeah. Wow, that's actually very good.
At the same time, contradicts it also because technically,
so you want them to die. Yeah. Why would you need this if they're not going to die?
Yeah. But I think it's a very, very sweet pick from the perspective that you just explained. Creating optical illusions going to help people. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to read off the themes first and then we'll go into the honorable mentions. I think there's quite a few actually. Brandon is telekinesis, mind control, foresight, bracket seer, superhuman strength and super speed, That is shape-shifting, invulnerability, intangibility, superhuman intelligence, and energy construction. For myself, is teleportation, mind reading, invisibility, intuitive multilingualism, and talking to animals. And for Qing Yong, is time manipulation, technological manipulation, cloning, ability to heal people, and to create optical illusions. All right, let's talk about honorable mentions. I think the clear-cut number one that all of us didn't pick is flying.
Flying.
Oh yes.
I was gonna say,
one
right,
says
Al,
flying.
that I feel that for your team, right, to be able to go through walls or this, right, you need the flying thing. Because
Yeah, actually, it suits you most. Yeah, it suits you most.
I know that's why after I picked the superhuman intelligence, I immediately regretted it. I was like, oh.
because if like let's say for instance, right, I want to be able to like go through stuff. Let's say it's like I want to go through like the 70th floor, right? I still need to take the lift to the 70th floor, then go through the door. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I won't be able to fly up.
Yeah, that's why I was like thinking like, wow. Then, but the thing is that if I pick flying, right, I literally would have become Master Manhunter.
Yeah.
Which we can understand. Like, you'll be in one package already, ma. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Like,
That's why I was like, I was looking at it from a different perspective when I picked this. I was like, oh, I should just take flying.
yeah, that's why the intangibility, right? Like this Shadow Cat, is like a limited power because it's like even though she can go through all right, she still has to run away from people.
Yeah, she has to run. She has to run on her own legs.
yeah. Which is like sadly what you have to do, lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe use your brain.
But then that's why I was like thinking like if I had that, right, I can still shapeshift to somebody else.
Controlling the weather. I don't think anybody picked a lot of manipulation. Yeah, but I think weather manipulation was one of the biggest because I guess Storm's power.
Yeah. I was considering this or the animals one. This one.
But the thing is that if I was saying right, like the reason why I think because technically Storm's power is elementalism, so it's basically manipulating elements.
No, but I think hers is specifically the weather.
Weather. Yeah.
I see, like,
but
she cannot eat like bend water or whatever. But
yeah, correct. So it's like it's not like she can like suddenly use the water in the on the floor suddenly like boom. This is suddenly a flood. No, it's just that she control like the weather. It's basically
like
weather.
Fair point.
Yeah. So have to wait a bit lah. It's not immediate.
Yeah,
so clouds
I
still come.
was gonna say, right, if I can control the weather, I will use this like today
in Singapore, bro.
Change, yeah, or make it nice and windy. If you're on a date and you want to impress a girl, right, where you're kissing the girl, where you're going for walk, right? Oh my God, it snows in Singapore.
It's like, don't worry, I got you. I brought a trench coat for this exact moment.
Then you need to do that, right? Then everything is slow motion, right? Then you got the soundtrack coming in the background.
Yeah.
Call a friend that can control time.
Then it's like
Slow-mo.
the snow come down, then everything is slow mo. Then it's just the code. Then it's just the soundtrack come on in the background. One ballad.
Yes.
How about me? That I almost picked your pick, right? My last two pick was almost animal control, but I guess mine is more evil. The ability to control animals. But that was my second last pick, right? And my last pick was going to be probability manipulation, which is basically extreme luck.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like you always put yourself in lucky
Like
situations, right?
The domino. So she's always damn lucky. So it's like I just by standing there I can complete the mission or whatever I'm doing.
Yeah. I think we to touch on it, like to summarize, right? There's a lot of like element stuff like fire bending, water bending, earth bending. That type of stuff we didn't take. Also like senses, like the ability to hear, smell, the taste and stuff like that lah. Yeah, but
nobody took regeneration.
Yeah, regeneration.
Wolverine
astral
powers,
projection.
Or self-resurrection.
Yeah, self-resurrection.
Wow.
Good.
Insect control.
Insect
control.
Well needed in Singapore, man.
Pest buster.
Yeah.
All the mosquitoes go away.
Then your biggest rival is Chichak Man.
Yeah. Chichak Man.
Your biggest rival is Chichak Man.
Cockroach whisperer.
Then what, the superhero brown colour? Brown colour, then got the 5 meter the thing already.
Who needs bygone? Bacon when you got
The cockroach whisperer.
the cockroach whisperer.
Can you imagine you're like, hey friend lah, stop disturbing this house lah. Hey, don't lah. Alright, that was a fun episode. Alright, that was our superpowers draft.
Draft.
Alright, that was our Superpowers Draft. If you enjoyed that episode, please remember to give a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe. We have episode that drops every Friday, but in the same time also, if you're into football, we have the Football Kaki with my brother Alec here and Paul that drops every Wednesdays to cover the football around the world. And also, if you're into fun topics, we have the Kopi Bro Show that covers different fun and trivial topics in Singapore with myself, Brandon, Jing Yong, and Paul here. It drops every Monday. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to go and vote for which team we took the best set of superpowers, please remember to head over to our Instagram every Friday at 12 p.m. to go and vote. But remember, there's only a short window to vote. It's only 24 hours, so you have to vote on Friday itself. The voting closes the next day on Saturday at 12 p.m. as well. So remember to head over to our Instagram and go and vote. Okay. In the meantime, we hope everyone is going to enjoy some of the new superhero movies that are coming out. But remember
to keep warm because there's a draft coming.
With great power comes great responsibility.
I can be your hero, baby.
It sounds so 心虚 like that.
Hero connection is hero. Thank you guys once again for hitting 1,000 subscribers. On to the next.